Well, hey, welcome to another live stream. Hope you're all doing well and have a good summer. The topic today is how we build or how you can build a club calendar that'll work, help you in your ministry, keep everybody on track. So that's what we're going to talk about. This is mainly geared towards ministry directors, club directors, pastors. But if you're not one of those and you still want to listen in, great. If not, then we'll see you at the next live stream. So anyway, so why a club calendar? Number one, club calendar is an excellent tool. Number one, to inform parents on what you're doing, when you're meeting, what the theme nights are, how do you stay on track, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a great tool to inform parents. Some churches have it paper, some have it online, some have it both, whatever works for you. Number two is it keeps everybody on track. So everybody knows kind of what you're doing, and helps your volunteers, helps parents, et cetera. It keeps everybody on track. And then number three, you can intentionally add some excitement to your club through theme nights. So a lot of clubs will do crazy hat night, different theme nights. And so you can, rather than say, hey, let's just start in September and we'll just hope for the best, you can kind of plan those out. To make sure things, there's add some excitement. Now, if you're a ministry director, club director, especially ministry director, when I was a ministry director, a lot of my work was over the summer, building this calendar and making sure it's all dialed in, the dates are correct, and so on and so forth. And then throughout the year, once you get that calendar built, the year can just unfold, and it makes it really simple. So a club calendar is a great tool. So how do we do this then? So the first thing I would say is start with what I would say your bookends. So when's the first night of club and when's the last night of club? So typically most churches will start August, September. I would say maybe a week or two after school starts, just so the moms, they're kind of getting off summer break, and moms can, get a chance to kind of get into their new routine. You don't want to throw too much at them. So maybe a week or two after school starts. And then when do you want to finish? A lot of clubs will finish end of April, first part of May. So when do you start and when you finish? Ideally, you want to have to match the curriculum. You want to have 32 weeks. Now, not every club is going to have 32 weeks, but they're not going to use 32 weeks, but that's the ideal. And if you need to cut it short a little bit, then there's some things you can do to double up, et cetera. But 32 weeks is a goal. And then also in your club calendar, you want to take out the holidays. So you start in September, August, whatever. You're probably not going to meet the week of Thanksgiving. You're probably not going to meet over Christmas. Probably not going to meet over Easter. Some of the churches may have a missions conference, may have some other things that they are doing, especially if your club meets on Sunday night. So you want to take out the holidays, take out anything, check with the pastor, take out anything that you might want to take out. Now, having said that, some churches say, hey, we meet Wednesday night, we have a midweek service, and we need to soldier on no matter what. So check with your pastor on how he wants to do that. Next thing you want to do, you want to add in leader training. So especially at the beginning of the year, you might want a week before, 2 weeks before, or a couple of different sessions of leader training, so you can get everybody up and going on what your expectations are for the year and how you can help them, and so the feedback. And I'm going to do another video here in a few days about how to have a great leader training. So you could add leader trainings to the beginning of the year. You can have leader meetings. Some clubs will have like a Christmas meeting, maybe after Christmas. Hey, what went well? What can we do better? So you can add those in. And then also add in, if you have any area trainings, live, online, et cetera, you can add those in. Now, I'll just give you another tip, is you can build in some cushions to help with leader burnout. So what I mean by that is, the club that I serve in, we start in September, and we go till Thanksgiving. The week before Thanksgiving, we do our Grand Prix, and there's no expectation for any leaders. We ask them to still come, but there's no expectation for any leaders on, supervising kids. And so that way they get 2 weeks off, and then they get a couple of weeks off over Christmas. So you say, hey, well, you're going to serve for 2 months, and you have 2 months or 2 weeks off, serve for another 2 or 3 weeks, have a couple more weeks off, and then we'll do the same thing, have some kind of an event in the spring. So that way the leaders just don't have a grind of the whole year. So figure out some way to have building some cushions to help with your leader burnout. Next thing you want to do is add into the calendar, and you may have to do this in cooperation with your club director, add in the pacing. So for instance, Cubbies has Bear Hug 1, Bear Hug 2. So you want to put that on the calendar so the parents, leaders, everybody knows what are the sections that need to be done. Leaders know what are the lessons need to be taught. Same thing applies in T&T, Trek, and Journey. Some clubs will have a group pacing in Sparks, and so you can do that. So some clubs will have a calendar for Cubbies, a calendar for Sparks, a calendar for T&T, and a calendar for Trek and Journey. They all match the theme nights, but the pacing may be a little different. So, and in some cases, if you're a ministry director, your club directors may want you to do that. They may want to do it themselves. And so I would give them the calendar, the club calendar, theme nights, when you're meeting, when, the night's off, etc., and then let them do in the pacing, fill in the pacing. So every situation is a little bit different. Then you want to add in some theme nights. So I would say there's some couple different kind of theme nights. So the fun nights, they're fun theme nights. Hey, Crazy Hat Night. You have Fake Injury Night. Different fun theme nights. You could have some evangelism nights. So you could have, for instance, some clubs will do BARF night, BARF, bring a real friend night. So I would say if you're going to do that early in the year so that the kids have an opportunity to bring a friend. Now, in the handbooks, there's an opportunity, especially I know in Sparks, for them to bring a friend. They get to sign that section off, and that's actually, I think, early on in the book. So have that early on in the year. Other clubs will do something like we used to do a pizza cookie night. If you bring a friend, you and your friend get to split the pizza cookie. So you can have different evangelism nights. You could have pastor and missionary nights. I know every year clubs invite me to come and share with the kids on a missionary night. Or you could have, October's Pastor Appreciation Month. So you could ask your pastor to come and have a pastor appreciation night. Now, don't throw on too much onto your pastor, but you could have, hey, the kids write a letter to their favorite pastor in the church, if you've got multiple pastors, and what they appreciate him. You could have the pastor come and talk about what he does. You could have a pastor come and stump the pastor night, where the week before the kids get to write questions on a 3x5 card, and the pastor will, you give those to the pastor a couple days ahead of time, and it could be some really interesting topics. I remember one year a little girl asked, hey, if God loves everybody, did God love Satan? Great question for our pastor. So you could have pastor missionary nights. You could also have some kind of discipleship nights. Now, what I would say about that is discipleship, meaning throughout the year, the kids need to stay on pace. So you don't want to wait till a week before the end of the year. You have your awards and little Billy's behind 10 sections. And you go, hey, Bill, if you want to finish your book, you need to do 10 sections. So maybe 2 or 3 or 4 times throughout the year, you could have a theme night, where who's ever caught up in their book gets a prize. Whoever's caught up in their book gets to enter in a drawing, and the drawing gets a prize. Whoever is caught up in their book gets an Awana share. So if you do that once the first quarter, once at the end of the second quarter, once at the end of the third quarter, so you have the opportunity to for these kids to stay on track, and you're not waiting until the end of the year to lower the hammer and say, hey, you've got all these sections to catch up if you want to catch up on your book. Some of our Trek and Journey clubs will do Amazon gift cards, and that's a great way to keep the kids on track. And if they're caught up in their summaries and their books and their readings, etc., they get an Amazon gift card. So you can do some kind of discipleship night. So all those things you want to build into your calendar. So I would ask you, or one of the questions I get asked is, how often should we do a theme night? And I would say, you could do a theme night every week, but it doesn't have to be. You don't want to have dress up nights every week, because if you've got a mom that's got 4 kids and every week's a dress up night, then she's got a lot of work to do. But if you do a theme night one week, it's a dress up night. The next week it's balloon night. So you play games with balloons. The next week it's a missionary night. The mom's not involved in that theme night, because if you ask a mom to dress up 3 or 4 kids every week, she's not going to be happy with you. But you could have a theme night every week, just a different variety of theme nights to make it fun and exciting. You could have a special game night. You could have pool noodle night, where you play games with pool noodles. You could, all kinds of things that don't involve parents. But then you could have a parent night where parents get to come and follow their kids around. So you could do a theme night every week. Now, having said that, some clubs will say, hey, we'll just do a theme night once a month, and the rest of the weeks we're just doing a regular club night. And in the calendar, you want to put that down. Hey, on the 10th of October, we're doing a regular club night. The 3rd, we're doing Pastor Appreciation Month or Pastor Appreciation Night. The 10th, we're doing regular club night. 17th, a regular club night. 24th, a regular club night. So you want to put all that stuff together and then publish it, either print it out. And if you go online, do a Google search on Awana Club calendars. There's tons of sample calendars that churches put out, different formats. Some do it in calendar form. Like a square grid calendar format. Some do it in a spreadsheet format. Some do it in all kinds of different format. But however it might work for you. So go on there, do a Google search on Club Calendar, and that might give you some ideas too on different theme nights you can do. So I hope that was helpful. And we're counting down the weeks till club gets started. I would say if you're a ministry director, club director, I wouldn't wait too much longer to get your calendar going. And thanks again. And thanks for all you're doing, reaching kids. And we'll see y'all down the road. Bye-bye.